Hi guys, Darth Deuce here with another action figure review, taking a look at a Marvel Legends figure. This is the 80th anniversary retro X-Men wave Silver Samurai. This was the figure I wanted the most from that wave, and if you don't know, for the 80th anniversary, they're doing really a lot of different figure releases, but one of the things they're doing is a vintage wave of X-Men figures. So there's a few figures, X-Force, Cyclops is one I was kind of interested in. There's a Wolverine, 90s Storm, etc. But I want Silver Samurai the most. It's just funny because I don't really know much about this character. I have no super huge attachment to the character. Just like sort of your basic knowledge of who he is and all that jazz from what I've looked up. He just looks really cool. He just looks like a really cool character, really cool design. Now, supervillain that wears big silver samurai armor, count me in. And the figure looks really good, and it is a really good figure. So yeah, let's get right into it. And sculpt wise and paint wise, he's really good. The silver isn't like a vac chrome or anything, but it's a really nice shiny silver. That looks really good. He's got this really nice crest on the helmet, and I like how the eyes are white with the black and around the eyes to make it look like it's shadowed over the mask. The head sculpt itself just looks really, really good. I love the grimace kind of going on there. It looks great. The chest armor looks really good with a really sharply painted, I think that's a Japanese symbol, like the actual like flag kind of thing. But I could be wrong, but that looks really good. You got all the rivets sculpted there. You got the plated shoulder armor, a different color that's sort of marbleized for the actual cloth part of his clothing. The silver gauntlets look really good. Got a different color, a bit more plasticky color for the shoulder plates and the skirt armor, I guess you could say. Don't know the actual name for it. This is made of a soft plastic, so it doesn't hinder articulation. You got the belt there, and you got the pants and the boots. And all this looks really good. Not a whole lot to say. When you pick up the figure in the packaging, you also notice the weight to it, because this is actually a decently big figure. He's bulky, and he's decently taller, like the character is supposed to be. I'm pretty sure it's a big character. So that's really cool, and you'll see that in a moment. One other detail is they actually painted the strings that hold his armor together on the shoulder. It's hard to see, but they did do that, which is actually really cool. In terms of articulation, you got the ball joint in the head, which rotates, doesn't really pivot. You got a disc joint, which if you force it's really tight, but you can get him looking up. You can get him looking down. It's a bit of a pain in the ass to fool with. Shoulders move up pretty well. Rotation at the bicep, double hinge at the elbow, which actually moves pretty good considering the bulkiness of the arms. And swivel with hinges at the wrist. Both hinges at the wrist go up and down instead of in and out, which is awesome for sword poses. I really like that. Ball joint at the torso, which works well. Swivel at the waist. Spreads really good. Kicks out quite well. Swivel cut the thigh. Double hinges at the knees, which don't bend as much as I'd like, but it's not that bad. Swivel cut the boot. Hinges at the ankles. And rockers at the ankles. So he's got some pretty good articulation. I would have, I guess, liked to see butterfly joints for a character that is martial art focused and sword focused. The butterfly joints can help a lot with posing, but you can still get a lot of really great poses with this figure. It's an imposing figure and a well posable figure, so you can have a lot of fun posing it. Lastly, in terms of accessories, he just comes with his two swords. You get the main katana, which I'm pretty sure is a new mold. I think it's molded in this silvery gray plastic and then the painted hilt, which is cool. And you get the wakashi. The wakashi, I'm pretty sure, is supposed to be the offhand blade, and then the katana is the main sword. I don't know why the wakashi is almost the exact same length as the katana. Like, there's almost no difference. There's only a small difference. I feel like the main katana should be bigger to especially accommodate for how this character is a bigger character. I think the katana should be bigger, or this should be shortened, but it's not a big deal. He holds them in his hands really well. Like so, and like I said, you get that hinge, so that looks really cool. And there's also two loops on his belt. You can actually sheath both the swords. I'll sheath the one, but they both sheath in there, and they sheath in really tightly, which is awesome. So lastly, getting them straight out here, I will compare him with a couple figures real quick. So there's the Silver Samurai, and here he is next to probably his main enemy most of the time, which is Wolverine. As you can see, he towers over Wolverine, but to be fair, Wolverine's also a pretty short character. But yeah, he towers over him. I think that's really cool. Posing these guys fighting would be pretty sweet, so I might do that. at some point. And then just for a more average height Marvel Legend, here we have the Iron Fist, another martial artist. And the Silver Samurai is slightly taller. Is a bit taller, actually. No, he's a bit taller than Iron Fist, but he's also much bulkier as well. But I think it looks really cool. So overall, that's about all I got to say for the figure. I just want to kind of talk about the figure real quick. It's a really nice one. I wouldn't say it's an essential figure to anyone's collection. For me, it's a character that's sort of interesting, though I don't know much about, and he looks really cool, so I decided to pick it up. It's probably one of the most interesting characters of the wave, or interesting figures of the wave. I wouldn't say this is an essential buy, but if you're an X-Men fan and if you're a Silver Samurai fan, then I'd highly recommend picking this one up. This is a really good Silver Samurai figure and just a really good action figure in general. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a comment down below what you think, and I'll see you all in the next one.